Hello children, welcome to Narayana live classes. We have another set of assignment. It's all about your worksheet class 3. So let me read for you. Look at the given pictures. Mention which of the given means of transport are public transport and the private transport. This lesson is all about your transportation and communication. Okay, here what they are saying, you need to observe the pictures and you need to write which are public transport and which are private transport. What is public and what is private? When we talk about public, public is all about the government. We say public toilets, public parks, okay, public buses. So this all comes under the government. Private, individually who is owning that particular vehicle or the house, it is called private, right? Let's see. So we are going to observe and we are going to write which is public and which is private. Now you got right. What is public? Public is nothing but which is owned by the government. Okay. So now you need to write which is public transport, which is private transport. Okay. So let's see. I find this is postal department. Okay. So this sign indicates that it's the Indian postal department. You definitely have the private postal department, cargoes and all those things. But here it looks like it's a public. This symbol is completely a public postal department. Okay. So this is one of the oldest department in India. So it goes for the public transportation. Okay. Public transportation or public transport you can write. You can write public transportation or public transport. Okay. Now coming to the bicycle, definitely it's a private, right? You don't find anything which is owned by the government like this. So this is called private. This is private transport. Fine children. Coming to the scooty or two-wheelers, even this is private. Okay, now coming to this, the symbol. This symbol indicates it's a public airlines. Okay, so this symbol indicates the public Indian Airlines. You have so many private airlines, right? You have Indigo, you have Jet. Okay, so please make sure that you know the symbols which indicates it's a public. So you have to write this is public transport. Public transport. Coming to the car, you have public cars also. Okay, the nameplate shows which is public and which is private. So here they are not showing any nameplates here, but by seeing this definitely it is a private. It's very simple to identify. Let's go for the next line. Let me read for you children. Look at the given pictures and classify them 0 for the old and 0 for the old means of communication or M for the modern means of communication. What is communication? Communication is something which gives you information and when you interact with the people. Communication is all about the giving and taking the information, right? So they are saying that which is old sort of communication you have to write 0 and which is modern means you have to write M. Okay, I see here this is a desktop, it's a computer. So computer comes under old communication or modern communication. If it is old you need to write 0, which is modern if you have to write M. Okay, I find this is modern, so write M here. Clear? It's very simple. This is postcard. So I think your parents or your grandparents might have used that. Even I use this. Okay. So this is a old means when there was no internet. Okay. Definitely you have telephones, but telephones was very costly in 90s period. Okay. So most of the people they used to communicate it with the exchange of letters, and inland letters is little costlier and postcard is more cheaper than inland letters. So many people they used to prefer the postcard, though it is very open. even the postman can also read, but that is what, they used to protect the individuality. No one used to read, though it is open letter, no one used to read that. No, don't have that much of time, the postman has to deliver many letters to door. Okay, so this is old means of communication. So I will write O here. Clear? Now coming to this television. Television during that time and now, that is a modern means of communication. But in 90s period or late 90s, not early 90s, late 90s, cable was a limited period. Okay, cable has came to the picture in 95 and 96. Now everyone have the dish antennas and the different channels, but before that you have only one channel, that is Doordarshan. Okay, so I'll go for this modern only. M. Clear? Coming to this, you have magazines. Magazines is an old sort of communication. Hardly people read magazines now. The one who are very interested for reading and writing, they even prefer this. So, but this goes for the old communication mode. Clear? Coming to this, mobile, telephone is a modern means of communication. Everyone use this, right? It's very simple. By seeing the picture, you can easily communicate and you can identify which is old means of communication and the modern means of communication. Let's go for the next slide. You have another pictures here. Look at the given means of communication and mention which one is faster in sharing information. So they are asking here, which is the fast means of communication. You have newspaper and television. Even now, newspaper can't give you the breaking news. Okay, in news channel, in your mobile, you get the breaking news immediately due to the satellite, right? But newspaper, they can't give the breaking news. They have to print late night, early in the mornings, and they distribute to everyone. But what here, this is a slower means of communication, this is a faster means of communication. It is very simple, right? You have to write here slower and this is faster. Is it clear, children? This is very simple worksheet and it is very easy to understand the communication and transportation. When you know the lesson thoroughly, you can easily do this worksheet. Thank you, children. Thanks a lot.